my name is Kim Smith. I've been asked to share my testimony for the Remnant Youth here at Mayfield. Pretty typical story. I've gone to church my whole life. I grew up bouncing on my mother's hip when she would be shouting the hairpins down. But I realized when I was 9 years old, I was at actually a Carmen concert long before the lights and the dancers and the moves. It was just him on the stage with his guitar, and I was sitting in the nosebleed section with my aunt and the youth group at my aunt's church, and they made the altar call, and I bawled and squalled all the way down probably 30 flights of stairs and then up to the stage, and they took me in a back room, and I prayed and said that I wanted to be saved, that I knew that I hadn't made that commitment for myself and that I needed to, and little did I know at that time that was the best decision I could ever make in my life. I think I've always known God. He's always been a part of my life, and as a typical teenager, I was rebellious. I did things that I shouldn't do as I got older, but God was always that little voice in the back of my mind going, remember me, remember me. And I grew up never satisfied with myself. I was never good enough, and I always felt like I needed a boyfriend to give me that person that I thought I should be. And so growing up, I always had a boyfriend, from one to the other to the next, and I always felt like that's what was going to define me. But I kept hearing God say, remember me. And so I did. I finally realized that in order to be happy, I was going to have to be happy with myself and to be happy with the person that God made me for me. So along the way, I rededicated myself back to the Lord, and He is taking care of me and walked with me every step of the way. No matter how rocky or how hard the road gets that I've had to travel, He's been there, and He's always sent someone along the way that knew exactly what I was going through or had exactly the right words to say. And some of you sitting out there may ask, is it worth it? Absolutely. And how do I know it's real? Well, to know it's real, to try it. You have to find that personal relationship for yourself. I know God is real because I can feel Him within my heart. I know He's there. Yes, I have had Him do physical miracles in my life and spiritual miracles in my life to prove it to me, but that's something that you would have to ask God to do for you, is to prove it to you. And even if all of this was a hoax, even if the whole Christian thing was a fake and it wasn't real, I would still choose to live the life that I live and believe in God, because it's brought me nothing but happiness. Even in those hard times, He has been my hope. He's been my rock. And I will continue to lean on Him, and I hope that you will do the same.